Test, test. Hey, before we get started, if there's any students or parents that want your child to be sitting beside you, now would be the great time to unite with your student. If you want to sit with your parent, students, you may do so at this time. He was, but I don't remember the length of time and if that time frame is up yet. I mean, are they pausing the scene? Yeah, that would probably be a Taylor question for her. All right, thanks, guys. Are we ready? Liliana Fernandez, if you would come forward. Before we officially get started, Ms. Fernandez is the president of our student council, and she will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Okay. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. First off, we appreciate all you guys that came out today. We kind of did it a little bit different this year where we did it by invitation only. So we're here today to recognize outstanding student achievement, not only in the classroom, but also in our fine arts fields. I know some of my students participate in FFA and FCCLA, and they had their own banquets where my students were recognized, so they will not be recognized today. I woke up with a sore throat, so Ms. Stokes will do most of my talking for me today. I do have one special award to get us started. It's not on the program. I would like to ask Miss Leanne Hicks to come to the stage, please. I'm going to read a citation that came from Representative John Cantrell and Senator Chris Kidd. The state of Oklahoma citation of congratulations, Leanne Hicks, 2024 Teacher of the Year for Marietta Middle School. Whereas Leanne Hicks, a teacher of Marietta Middle School, has been named the 2024 Teacher of the Year and is recognized to be among the most distinguished teachers in the state of Oklahoma for unselfish and untiring contribution of time, skill, and efforts to the district. And whereas Leanne Hicks has promoted education and encouraged others to further their education, given so much of herself and always influenced the lives of countless young people and helping them to build the foundation necessary for productive, successful, and happy lives. And whereas Leanne Hicks is appreciated for her hard work and dedication, this very prestigious award is a testament that Leanne Hicks has challenged, motivated, and inspired her students to do their best. She is respected by her students, local school officials, and community. And whereas the Oklahoma State Legislature, acting on behalf of the citizens of the great state, take pride in recognizing the accomplishments of one of our state's outstanding educators, Leanne Hicks. Also, all my other teachers who throughout this year have worked extremely hard to help our students to become the best that we can be, and we thank you parents for raising good citizens. That's the one thing that we preach, is to be good people each and every day, and we get to spend a lot of time with them, and so we feel like we have an influence on helping to shape and mold them also, but we do appreciate you, and sometimes you guys don't get the phone calls to say thank you, but we deeply appreciate what you have done with your children. So at this time, we will get started with Mr. McClendon and Special Olympics.
I have the honor and privilege of coaching the Special Olympics athletes here at Marietta, or the Marietta Mighty Indians, and I'm so very thankful to have that opportunity. These kids overcome a lot, and they go out and they compete, and they give it their all, and they've done amazing this year. We actually competed in a new event this year. We did a practice run last year, and it was an official event this year, and we did really, really well at it, and I'm hoping that as we move forward, we do even more. The first one that I want to recognize this morning is Stetson Willis. Stetson placed first in bowling, third in cornhole, first and third in his art competition, fifth in the softball throw, fourth in the 100-meter run. He qualified for state in the softball throw, and he got first place and a gold medal in the 100-meter run at state. Next, I have Memphis Matthews. Memphis got second place in bowling, first in cornhole, second and third in art, first in the softball throw, first in the 100-meter run. He qualified for state in softball throw, and he also qualified for state in the 100-meter run. And last but certainly not least, I have Annabella Robertson. Bella placed third in bowling, first in cornhole, first twice in the art competition, first in the softball throw, fifth in the 100-meter run. She qualified for state in the softball throw, and she was a first-place gold medalist at the state competition in the 100-meter run. So we're very proud. Thank you, guys.
Good morning. My name is Mr. Galloway. This is Mr. Garrett, and we're going to present some band awards for you. This is the sixth grade had an opportunity to, just by nature of how well they're progressing in the class and behavior and different things like that, were selected for an honor band that we did in Lone Grove. And so we'd like to recognize those. Then we had some seventh graders that were also selected for that same honor band. And we had a few seventh graders that auditioned in October and were selected for an honor band in January. And so we're going to recognize those as well as some solos that were played. So Amy Gomez, Scabda Honor Band. Chayton Perryman. Axel Fernandez. Allison Santabanez. Camden Salas. Emmanuel Ulloa. Yeah, come up here on the stage. And we're going to get a picture, so you guys stay up here. Stetson Willis. Eli Cummins, Alex Perez, Stoney Hickman, Tiffany Williams. We'll get you your. Natalie Kennedy, Evelyn Salas. Let's see, Janelle Barrientos, Ashby Testerman, And then Ashby Testman is also getting an award for solo, and she played a solo at a contest. Keegan Roach was also in an honor band, and he also is getting an award for solo. Halen Love is also in the honor band that we did just a couple months ago. So if you just be real patient, we're going to get them their certificates and get a quick picture. So come on up here, get a picture, and we'll pass those out. Come on up, get a picture. Come on up, get a picture. Yeah. Blake and Caden should have I think they might be in that other stack. And then we had our eighth graders are members of our high school band. And we had some of our eighth graders perform with the high school band in a large ensemble that got a superior at district contest and then was passed on to state contest. And they get a certificate and they get a medal. I think the medals are actually in the band room. We'll get them their medal. But if they could come forward, it's Kiwi Gray. If you were in that ensemble that played a district contest, would you come on up? Kiwi Gray, Blake Teal, Caden Baker. Come on up and we'll get a quick picture and get you your certificate. I'll get you your certificates with the high school. Come on up here. Is it a high school? Give me 2 seconds. I'll get your. There you go. He has your certificate. All right, and now we're with Miss Anderson with the choir.
Short people, sorry. Okay, I've got a couple choir awards to recognize. My first one is Allison Santabanez. Circle the State with Song. Natalie Finstad, 3 years, Circle the State with Song. Yasmin Flores, 3 years, Circle the State with Song. Capri Finch, Circle the State with Song, 3 years. Is Yasmin in here? Oh, there she is. Violet Barrientos, Circle the State with Song. Jaxie Stokes, 3 years, Circle the State with Song. 3 years, Circle the State with Song. Ashby Testerman, 3 years, Circle the State with Song. Trix Hoggard, Circle the State with Song. Lincoln Staten, Circle the State with Song. Chayton Perryman, Circle the State with Song. Claire McGeehee, 5 years, Circle the State with Song. And she got an excellent on her solo at district contest. Is Leah in here? Claire also receives my certificate award for outstanding accomplishment in vocal music. And my beginning choir is Capri Finch, outstanding accomplishment in vocal music. Good job, guys. Thank you very much. Next, we have art awards.
I'm presenting on behalf of Miss Peterson, who teaches our middle school art. She has 2 classes. There were some award winners throughout the year. We had a conservation poster contest. When I call your name, they've already received their awards, but I want to recognize you on stage. First place, Love County, was Evelyn Salas. Second place, Love County, was Natalie Sanchez Salas. Also, second place was Jude Eddington. I left out another first place finisher. Brooklyn Bush was first place in Love County. Third place in Love County was Natalie Kennedy. And also Carrington Staten. I also have overall class awards for the top art student in 7th grade. That goes to Daisy Barrientos. And top average for 8th grade art goes to Allison Mueller. Mueller. You'd think after 7 years I would. Who's after me? Got one more. Mueller. Sorry. Congratulations, art students.
All right, guys, next we have our ELL awards. What ELL stands for is English Language Learners. My kids got here at the start of the year, knew 0 English. I've been very proud of these guys. They've worked very hard this year, and they've learned a lot. Many of them can have conversations now, which they couldn't do at the start of the year, so I'm very proud of them. Starting with 6th grade. Número 1, en el grado sexto, Carlos Chacin. Que todos se queden aquí, vamos a sacar una foto al luego. Ok, segundo lugar del sexto año, Misael Martínez. Ok, en el 7 año, número 1, Edward Biur. Segundo lugar del 7 año, Valeria Castillo. Ok, en el 8 año, número 1, Diego Enríquez. Felicidades. Segundo lugar del 8 año, Ángel Villalobos. Okay, and our top NWEA score, and that's basically our state testing, el mejor de los exámenes estatales, Edward Biur. Okay, and last but certainly not least, we had our most improved student this year, el estudiante más mejorado del año, y es Moisés Caicedo. Y sacamos una foto, ¿no?
The sixth graders may never forget the phrase bell to bell because we say it often some weeks. I believe in it too. We work hard daily because sixth grade is just the beginning of our students' academic independence. We've worked hard on how to organize, how to plan ahead, how to be accountable for our choices and our actions, and how all of it eventually comes back on ourselves, in addition to all the curriculum. Students, you won't remember everything that we've taught you, and you've surely outgrown us. But I hope that each one of you will never forget how strongly we care about you. Parents, just like you, we have dreams and goals for each of them. We cheer on their successes long after they leave our classrooms. Thank you for sharing your kids with us. I have the following awards for reading and language arts. All year long, my students are required to read and encouraged. My requirements are 5 books for each semester, but these students excelled in reading and taking an AR quiz on far more than what were required. Our third place for 6th grade with 18 books is Cielo. Our second place for sixth grade with 22 books is Diego. And first place for sixth grade with 28 books read and tested, Capri. Olgan. No. Sixth grade. Awesome. Thank you, girls. Oh, do you want? Figured I'd talk a lot. Each week, a new language skill is taught and then reinforced with a program that we use called No Red Ink. The following students completed this assignment 100% every single week, the entire year. Annalie, Allie Bruce, Austin, Natalie Finstad, Silas Lucero, Kayston, Nathan Marquez, Chayton, Mallory Robertson, Sam Rutledge, Cielo, Jaxie Stokes, and J.D. Willis. Our highest performing language arts student with a 98.8% average for our year is J.D. Willis. For reading, with the highest average for the year of a 96.2%, I actually had a tie, Capri Finch and Cielo. Miss Harris teaches one of the language arts classes for us for one section of sixth grade. Her highest grade point average goes to Jolie Baker and Sebastian. Her top NWEA score was Capri Finch. And most improved for the year, Amy Gomez.
Good morning. I had several students that worked hard to get the A all year long, but I had two students that really stood out. They were always helpful to other students. They always went way beyond. And the first one is Axel Fernandez. Congratulations. And the other one is Jaxie Stokes.
Good morning to you all, to you sixth grade parents. I am Coach Jesse. It's been a privilege, to teach your students. I want to give a big shout out to our eighth graders. Remember when you were the sixth graders? I said it's going to go quick, and it's gone quickly. I want to wish you all the best luck in your high school years. And to you sixth and seventh graders that I teach every day, what I stress every day, this is what's going to carry you in your life, is education. Take hold of it, and you can be anything you want to be. If you just use a God's given talent and use your mind, you can be successful in life, because that brings joy to my heart when I see my students successful in life today. I want to give a big shout out to Miss Tucker, an amazing principal, the things she does. We've been blessed, truly blessed to have her as a principal. And I want you all to give applause to the great teachers that we are surrounded with here in our schools. As I tell my students every day, I can be hard on them. But the reason I'm hard on them because I love them. I want to set them on the straight path. I stress to them every day about the importance of the parents. You parents are the difference makers in their lives. I would not have a job today if it wasn't for your parents. And I appreciate every day that I've been blessed by God to come in here and teach your students and your children, because I've been in it many years. I'm an old fixtures alike here at the school, but I've been truly blessed to be a teacher, and I'm continuing to, hopefully, God willing, to continue my career till I decide to end it, But I want to thank you every day that I get an opportunity to teach your children. To my top two sixth grade students, Celio Salas Garcia And to my top student who made a 100 average in my class, Sebastian Fabriel Ortiz. And I also want to give a big shout out to Mr. Thurman. Boy, he has done a superb job. Some of these youngsters that we've had in his class, not speaking very much good English, but he's done a superb job, and I'm amazed the way he speaks Spanish, not being of Mexican descent.
Mrs. Watley just had to step out for a second, so I will do her awards. For top sixth grade average in science, Anna Lee. Another top sixth grade average for science, Capri Finch. Top sixth grade NWEA score for science, Sebastian. Most improved sixth grade NWEA score for science, Dayana. So Miss Watley teaches all of the sixth grade science, and then she has a couple of seventh grade classes. Her top seventh grade average was Betsy Miller. Also top seventh grade average, Keegan. Keegan also receives the top seventh grade NWEA score for science. And then most improved NWEA for seventh grade science, Maddie Williams. Coming up to take a picture.
I'm also seventh grade Eastern Hemisphere, so some of the seventh graders get to hear my stories and stuff 2 years in a row, so maybe that's a blessing in disguise. My top two students in the seventh grade, Nadia Stallbush. My top boy, Alex Perez. You know, it's kind of funny when I see all of our teachers come up here and we see them in the halls and they love to talk and communicate, and then we get in front of the speaker, we have a hard time speaking. So on behalf, we have to, excuse them, I'm not afraid to talk. I like to talk, so as you say, so I'm not going to keep you very much longer.
have two students I want to recognize. Brooklyn Miller, she would come in after school, during lunch, anything that she needed to do to make sure she understood and made good grades. And I really appreciate that effort. And I also have a remediation class. I had one little girl that she would work from bell to bell, make sure she had everything done. Timber Campbell.
Well, parents, I would like to reiterate what Ms. Tucker and Mr. Jesse said. Thank you for sending us this wonderful group of students. It's been a pleasure. Before I announce the high 7th grade averages, I'd just like to give a shout out to the straight A's because, you know, it's not easy. So in the 7th grade, it's Lexi, Kinley, Natalie, Alex, Keegan, Nadia, Bella, Stephanie, and Tiffany. Yeah. I left out a couple of names because they are the top students. Natalie Sanchez Salas. Did I? Oh, Natalie. Oh, sorry. Natalie Kennedy. You get over here. You're over here. You get a certificate. You? Yeah. Where's Natalie Kennedy? Sorry about that. And then the other high average, Betsy Miller. Awesome group. It's been a pleasure. Oh, hang on. Hang on a second. Y'all go. Y'all go. Y'all go. I forgot. I got one more. And she says she wasn't going to get any awards, and she's been on stage more than anyone. I've just got to give a shout out to Evelyn Salas. Her NWA just skyrocketed. So proud.
Hello, I am Mrs. Bruce. I came to Marietta in January, and I spent just the last few short months with this group, and I have gained such a great relationship with so many of them. Thoroughly enjoyed my time here with them. I taught English language arts, and I want to start with my most improved. I have a young gentleman who came to me not knowing any English, and by the end, he is able to tell you every part of speech of every word I've ever given him. He has blown me away. Edward Brewer. And my most improved for reading is a young lady that started off a little shy and has really come out of her shell, and that is Landry Westfall.
You're welcome, buddy.
Now I'm going to talk about my top scores. My top average for language arts would be Natalie Sanchez Salas. And my top reading would be Betsy Miller. Where'd you go, Betsy? My top NWEA score would be Lauren Vasquez. And my top NWE score for language arts is Natalie Sanchez Salas.
Hey, good morning. I'm Mr. Tyson. I just teach 2 sections of geography, Eastern Hemisphere. I base my top student based on the grade average, also the second highest grade average. Also had a most improved award that I'm going to hand out. So first I'm going to give the second highest grade average in the class. They had, I believe it was a 98 overall. It goes to Natalie Salas. All right, the highest average goes to Betsy Miller. And I base my most improved award to the student that improved the highest grade from the first to the second semester, and that goes to Lexi Hickman. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Mr. McDaniel, 7th and 8th grade science, for those parents I haven't met. For 7th grade, top NWEA score, Lauren Vasquez. And for most improved NWEA score is also Lauren. And for highest grade point average in the 7th grade science that I teach was Tatum Choate, by about 1/10 of a point.
Okay, the grade 28, it's your turn. Straight A's in 8th grade, Janelli, Lily, Carrington, Zeke, Kiwi, Ty, AC, Jackson, Ian, Isaac, and Claire. Okay, I have two top averages. The first one goes to somebody that at least knows how to spell her name correctly, Allyson, and I hear it's Mueller, not Mueller, so come on up. Seems like there's somebody else we're missing. This young lady, she didn't grow in the NWA because she didn't have a science teacher that could talk about sines and cosines. But Lilith Morgan scored consistently at the top every time, and she is awesome. And she had the high grade point average also. What an awesome group.
All right. Also have 4 sections of U.S. history that I teach. There's a lot of competition for these awards and these classes with more students, obviously. I had all 3 of these guys are really good students. They were top-notch students in the classroom, and they're really good citizenship, which I put a big value on. My runner-up for top student goes to Allison Mueller. My top student, basically, I take the grade averages just like I explained in the geography class, and these guys were just 1 point difference for the top student versus runner-up student. And that award for top student goes to Lilith Morgan. And my last student for most improved, same thing as I do in all my classes, improvement from the first semester to the second semester in their grade average goes to Jackson Banta. Appreciate it. Good job, guys.
I teach 8th grade English. The first one that I'm going to hand out is the most improved NWEA score. This student did it in both reading and language arts. Colton Rodriguez. He always walking slow. The next award is the top NWEA score for the language arts, and that goes to Isaac Higgle. Next is the top NWEA score for 8th grade reading, and that goes to Claire McGee. I saw that after I said it. The next award is the top average. And I actually had a three-way tie for the top. All three of them had a 100 average in my class. The first one is Carrington Stanton. The next one is Allison Mueller. And the final one is Lilith Morgan.
Available in my hands.
I have a, where'd it go? Most improved NWEA score is to Brecklin Perryman. And I had a three-way tie for best average in 8th grade science, and that's Allison, Jackson, and Lilith. And the top 8th grade student average goes to Allison.
So now we will start the awards that are not specific to the classroom. We only have one student who is receiving perfect attendance for this school year, and that is Axel Fernandez. I will go ahead and acknowledge that we had another student who was very close to having perfect attendance, but last week she had to leave a little early. She wasn't feeling well, and that was Allie Bruce. So, but she, other than that, she would have been up here. The next award is our Office Aid Awards. This year we had quite a few office aides, so we had some that stayed in the middle school with us, but then we also had some who went over and helped in the elementary. So if you guys will come up. Lilith Morgan, Kylie Nelson, AC Dudley, Janelle Barrientos, Allison Moeller, Kiwi Gray, Savannah Geiger, Carrington Staten, Lily Fernandez, Lizbeth Barrientos, Timber Campbell, Claire McGeehee, Javier Garcia, and Danya Vasquez. We have been very lucky this year with our office aides. We've asked them to run all over campus multiple times, and they, for the most part, have done it with a smile on their face. Our next award is our Principal's Honor Roll. So these are the students who have had A's and B's all year. Amari Barrios, Annalie Barron, Mia Bajorquez, Allie Bruce, Clarabelle Castaneda, Natalie Finstadt, Ricky Flores, Carter Gillum, Alex Gomez Barrientos, Amy Gomez, Aubrey Gomez, Braden Graham, Silas Lucero, Priscilla Medina, Bella Robertson, Mallory Robertson, Samuel Rutledge, Lincoln Staten, Tayden Williams, do we want to just, that's all the sixth grade, do we want to like stop and do seventh grade? Those are all of our sixth grade principals honor roll. Okay, now for our seventh grade principals honor roll. Daisy Barrientos, Brian Fernandez, Kinley Gray, Noah Harrell, Lexi Hickman, Stony Hickman, Colby Ivory, Natalie Kennedy, Alex Perez, Knox Phipps, Keegan Roach, Nadia Stahlbush, Ashby Testerman, Tiffany Williams, and Stetson Willis. And now for our eighth grade principals honor roll. Caden Baker, Lily Fernandez, Zeke Garcia, Brody Gillum, Andy Gomez, Isaac Higgle, Ty Ivory, Dawson Pass, and Carrington Staten. Okay, now for our superintendent's honor roll. These are the students who have maintained A's all year long. Austin Chia, Sebastian Fabrel Ortiz, Axel Fernandez, Capri Finch, Kasten McCarroll, Cielo Salas Garcia, Allison Santabanez, Jaxie Stokes, J.D. Willis. Those are our sixth graders. If you'll stay on the stage, we'll get a picture all together. For seventh grade, we have two students who maintained an A all year, Betsy Miller and Natalie Sanchez Salas. And then for eighth grade, Jackson Banta, Janelli Barrientos, Ian DeHoyas, A.C. Dudley, Kiwi Gray, Claire McGeehee, Lilith Morgan, and Allison Moeller. Our next award is our Oklahoma Middle School Honor Society. This award is given to the top 10% of the entire student body of our middle school. So this will actually be in order of GPAs. First, Allison Moeller. Lilith Morgan. Claire McGeehee, Ian DeHoyas, Janelli Barrientos, Jackson Banta, Natalie Sanchez Salas, JD Willis, Jaxie Stokes, Allison Santabanez, Cielo Salas Garcia, Kasten McCarroll, Capri Finch, Axel Fernandez, Sebastian Fabrel Ortiz, Austin Chia, Isaac Higgle, Betsy Miller, Carrington Staten, A.C. Dudley, Samuel Rutledge, Amy Gomez, Keegan Roach, Alex Perez, Kenley Gray, and Brian Fernandez.
Sixth grade, come get in the front, please. Isaac, you guys slide on down. Cool. All right, again, we appreciate your attendance. Kind of the next few days, this afternoon, we have the Kona Ice truck coming. It's probably set up already outside that students can get Kona Ice. This afternoon after lunch, these old folk teachers will put on some shorts and t-shirts, and we got a mean kickball game going on over at the softball field. So we'll first play against 7th grade, and then the teachers will play the 8th grade, and teachers always win, 8th graders, just FYI. We are always the winners, so don't forget that. So if any of y'all want to hang around, we'll be over at the softball field from about 1:30 till almost 3. If you need to give your child some money for the Kona Ice machine, that's always a bonus. Unfortunately, students, we will go to our 5th hour for about 30 minutes, and then we will be dismissed for lunch. So we are going to our 5th hour. Parents, if you want to mingle with your kids for a minute, that's fine also. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Allie, grab my drink. I've got a set of keys up here if anyone has lost theirs. If you do not have your car keys, I have a set. Oh, there's the winner.